Hi, Verbling. My name's Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're talking about your purpose in life. We're going to get deep today and talk about the meaning of life and other questions like that. We will also be doing some listening, a listening exercise to start, and then we'll be reading an article, as well as plenty of discussion today. If you guys have any questions or comments on this class or any other classes, you're welcome to message me on Verbling in my inbox or on my Facebook. And I'll put my Facebook in the box for you. If you're interested in having private tutor sessions, check out my schedule on my Verbling profile. I have plenty of open hours this week and next week. So let's get going. I will send you the article we're going to be looking at in the chat box. No peeking, not yet anyways. Antu, welcome back.
Nice to see you again.
Glad to have you here. So what's your plan for today? You're going to be studying English for a few hours, and then what?
Now it's 9 p.m. in here, so I will try to study. Yeah, I will try to study more 2 class, and I will relax.
Wow, so you're studying until late in the evening. You're determined.
I try to study English. I like to speak well.
Excellent goal. That's awesome. Okay, and Saku, welcome to class. Saku, are you there? You're muted, Saku. I can't hear you. If you have any trouble, let me know in the chat box. Hi there.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Guyen?
I'm fine, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing very well today. Nice to have you in class with us.
Very good.
Antonio, welcome to class.
Hello.
Hey, Antonio, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Awesome. I'm doing really well. Any plans for the weekend that you're excited about, Antonio?
Sorry, sorry, what is the question?
Do you have any plans for the weekend you're excited
okay.
about?
Well, in this moment, here it's here where I live. The in English is the party of the town. I don't know if in America or in English is the same.
A town party? Like the anniversary of the founding of the city?
Yeah, it's a celebration of the city.
It's the what?
It's the
yeah, I don't know. It's the
founding party? So it's like, 50 years ago today, the town was established.
Okay. Is like St. Patrick in Ireland, for example. It's more or less.
Okay, so it's a Catholic saint-related holiday? It's a saint-related holiday, religious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. That sounds like fun. Will there be food and dancing?
Yeah, here come band of music and attraction for the church.
Awesome. Very cool. That sounds like a blast.
Here is happening in honor of the Virgin del Carmen, Virgin Santa Ana.
Huh?
No. St. Patrick. In Ireland. Here in Spain, in the town, each town have each saint.
Okay, and so the Saint Santana?
For example, yes.
Okay, all right, very cool. Very nice. Well, I'm jealous. And Anna, welcome to class. How are you, Anna? Are you there?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you have any plans for the weekend, Anna?
Oh yeah. I cannot in people about long week and we bought some place
Your audio is acting a little funny right now, and I can't really understand what you're saying. It's strange because it looks like your mute button is going like on and off really fast. Maybe there's an audio problem. I can't hear you very well. If you have a question, put it in the chat box. And if you need any help, I'll try to help you from there. All right. In the meantime, Kim An, welcome to class.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And
Where
you?
are you from, Kim?
I come from Vietnam.
Very cool. Very cool. My name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and we are starting class today with a very deep question. That is, what is your purpose in life? So, I'm going to ask each student this question, and feel free to give me an amazingly deep answer, or if you're not really sure, to say like, I'm still finding my purpose. I don't know. Guyen, can you start for us? Tell us, what is your purpose in life?
My purpose in life, that means I want to do the work so best to prove my talent, and I want to have a happiness family with my husband and baby in the future.
Very nice. So, family happiness and improving your talents. That sounds like a great purpose. Thank you, Guyen. Kim, any ideas? What is your purpose in life? It's a tough question, I know.
I mean, besides this, when I want to prove my talent, to have the good job, to maybe can have the best season in my career, so it's support for me in my work, and maybe I can earn so much money to serve for my life. For I can travel so many in over the world with my family.
Awesome. Your purpose in life is to make lots of money and then help all the people around you. Great. Okay, Antonio, what's your purpose in life, or do you have a purpose in life? Yes.
Well, when I was entering to your class, yeah, and I read the name, what is your purpose in life? I was thinking, well, I think my purpose will be to help people. I think it's like you feel better.
Yeah, totally. So what way do you like to help people, or what do you most commonly try to do to help people?
That's the problem. I don't how I could to help. I could help. Sorry. I suppose I like teach. Then I suppose teach children with problems. Well, I suppose so.
Very cool. Excellent way. Thanks, Antonio. Anna, how
Okay.
about you? What is your, oops, Anna's gone. Okay, then on to, what would you say is your purpose in life?
My purpose in life is the happiness, and I think the happiness in my life, the not only for me, but only is the I think it's depend on the somebody who live around me, the life family. So uh, I when I have a purpose like that, I have a target. Mean I must keep my family happy, and then I try on my best to do well in the job. And in the future, I hope I will get some gold in the job and to get more money to help the people who I really love.
Excellent. All right, so today we're going to be talking a little bit more about purposes, and I put an article in the chat box for you. The first thing we're going to be doing is listening to the article. It's short. The audio is about a little more than 3 minutes. So open that page, and you're going to see the title, People Who Feel They Have a Purpose in Life Live Longer. And then below that, you see a blue box with a white triangle, and I'll screen share all this for you. Okay, blue box with a white triangle. So you're going to click this, and you'll be able to hear the audio. Now, remember to mute yourself so we don't all have the audio going at once. And I'll give you guys a little more than 3 minutes starting now. Do you guys have any questions before we begin? All right, I'm putting 4 minutes on the clock starting. Go ahead and mute yourself and play the article. Okay. I'm hoping that gave all of you enough time to listen to the entirety of the report. Kim, what did you think? You're muted, Kim. Are you there? Kim? You're muted. And if you don't know, if you or anyone else doesn't know how, you can find the unmute button on the top of your screen here. All right, Kim, are you there? I still don't hear you. Let me know in the chat box if you're having any difficulties. And if you need to adjust your audio settings, look above. There should be a little bar on the top of your screen that can help you do that as well. Ilias, welcome to class. Ilias, are you there?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing really well. Is this my first time with you in class? Or have you had a class with me before?
Maybe it's the second class.
All right, well, it's good to have you back. And what would you say is your purpose in life, Ilias? Or do you have a purpose in life?
It's a broad question.
Yeah, totally. It's a very difficult one to answer. Do you have any ideas off the top of your head what your purpose in life might be?
My purpose is to be a good person, to contribute to the welfare of my country, to serve people, and to live a breath in this life for the hereafter. So
That
to
all
sacrifice.
sounds like good stuff.
Yes.
All right, thanks. And we were listening to an article that I put in the chat box for you. So if you'd like to go back later and listen to it, or listen to it now and mute yourself, you're welcome to. And it's right there. And then in a couple minutes, we'll be reading the article as well. Antonio, did you get to listen through the whole report?
Yes, I could listen
You couldn't?
and well, yes, I could, and well, I think they say yes. If you have a purpose, a plans in your life, you can live longer, and it's necessary to live quietly. No, don't have stress. No, it's another ingredient.
Definitely. So, what did they conclude about having a purpose in life? Any ideas, Antonio, what they concluded about having a purpose in life means for you? All right, we'll get there. Antu, what did you hear in the report?
I heard a little. I heard it. The people they have the sense, the purpose will live, may live longer than others, and the purpose different between different. The people different will have the different purpose. For example, somebody they have the small purpose like just have the happy in the life or in the job doing well, or they try, or another they have the other purpose like social. I just heard social relationship. I think so, and and the purpose the sense of the purpose may protect people from harm of stress, and group of people, the different I don't know that word, ratio is, I think I heard ratio is less stress than other.
Yeah, so they mentioned in the very beginning how being surrounded by many different races can actually cause some stress to a person because I don't know why. They did not explain that, but that was part of how they did the study. They put the participants in a stressful environment and then they marked their stress level. Excellent. You heard a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anna, did you get to listen to the report?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, too bad. Well, you'll be able to read along with us.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you crystal clear.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. All right, any other comments or questions before we go on and read in a little more detail what exactly they're talking about? Then let's do it. And I encourage you guys, if you have vocabulary questions, to put it in the chat box because we'll get to ask and answer questions lots of times, and I don't want you guys to forget any questions you have. So if you find a word that you're not really sure of, put it in the chat box and we'll discuss it when we get a break. All right. First two paragraphs here. Antu, would you like to read these for us?
Yeah. May you wait for me to open link first?
Sure, you should be able to see it on the screen share as well, if you want.
Okay. We know people who feel they have a purpose in life live longer. We know that happiness and social connection can have a positive benefits on health. Now research suggests that having a sense of purpose or directions in life may also be beneficial. To find out if having a sense of purpose has an effect on aging and other development, Patrick Hill, an assistant professor of psychology at Calenter University in Ottawa, Canada, looked at data from the Midlife in the United States study, which is funded by the National Institute on Aging.
Thank you very much. Anna, can you read the next two paragraphs for us?
Yeah. Hill and his colleague Nicholas Turino of the University of Rochester Medical Center looked to see how more than 6,000 people answered questions like some people wander aimlessly through life, but I am not one of them, and other questions that guided positive and negative emotion. They found that 14 years after those questions were asked, people who had reported a greater sense of purpose and direction in life were more likely to outlive their peers.
Thank you very much. And these next two paragraphs are for Antonio.
Okay. In fact, people with a sense of purpose had a 15% lower risk of death compared with those who say they were more or less aimless. And it didn't seem to matter when people found their direction. It could be in their 20s, 50s, and 70s. Here, analysis controlled for other factors known to affect longevity. Things like age, gender, and emotional well-being. A sense of purpose trumped out all those. Sorry, all those.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's take a break for a second and talk a little bit about vocabulary, starting with the word that we just read, the word trumped. Can anyone give us a definition for the word trumped? So let's look at the context of it. So Hill's analysis controlled for other factors known to affect longevity, things like age, gender, and emotional well-being. A sense of purpose trumped all that. Any ideas what it might mean?
I think here trapped means the sense of purpose is in the top of the factors having a count in the longevity. I mean,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So trumped means that it beat or defeated all the other factors. Great explanation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And in the second paragraph, I think, we had a term, wander aimlessly. Here it is. It's the third paragraph. Wander aimlessly. Can anyone give me a description of what it means to wander aimlessly?
Maybe these people wanted to know something and want to investigate life or discover something new.
Okay. So let's look at the context and see if that makes sense. The paragraph reads, Hill and his colleagues, Nicholas Turiano of the University of Rochester Medical Center, looked to see how more than 6,000 people answered questions like, some people wander aimlessly through life, but I'm not one of them, and other questions that gauged positive and negative emotions. So here, when we say wander aimlessly, what do we mean? No idea?
No purpose?
Yeah, no purpose. The opposite of purpose. Wandering aimlessly would be going somewhere. Wandering is going a place without much direction. And aimless, of course, would be like without goals. You're going a place that has no direction and you're going with no goals. So there's definitely no purpose there. What about the word gauge from the same paragraph? This is a unique word because it's spelled totally differently than it is pronounced. Has anyone heard that word before?
The same, it's from noun.
Uh-huh. So what's the noun form of this?
Gauge.
Uh-huh. And what is a gauge?
Remember, it's like a fence, metal fence, gauge. For example, in prison, people or in zoo, animals keep in gauges.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a tool of measurement. So when they say gauge, they mean measuring. So in the questions, they gauged positive and negative emotions, meaning that they were measuring how positive and how negative these emotions were. Any other questions from the section that we just read?
Teacher, may you write down on the chatbot measuring?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, understand. Thank you.
All right. What other questions do you guys have? Anything else? Okay, let's move on then, and we can come back at any time if you guys still have questions. So let's see, 222. I believe we are starting here. And It's Ilias. Your turn to read.
My turn. Which page? Which paragraph?
Starting with, Hill defines it as...
A moment, please. Shall I read from the screen?
Can you see it?
I'm searching for it. Okay. Hale defines it as providing something like a compass or a lighthouse that provides an over an overarching aim and direction in day-to-day lives. Of course, purpose means different things to different people. I cannot see the screen. Next.
Is there anything I can do to help you, or is it a different problem?
No, because I cannot see the text from the screen. Now it's okay. So it has gone.
Got it?
Let me see. No, I see nothing. Just do you have a link, please? Can you give me the link?
Sure. I'll finish this paragraph and then we'll go on to someone else.
It could be as simple as making sure one's family is happy. It could be bigger, like contributing to social change. It could be more self-focused, like doing well on the job. Or it could be about creativity.
Thank you very much. And Kim, will you read the next paragraph for us?
Often these individuals who want to produce something that is appreciated by others in writing or artistic form, whether it's music, dance, or visual arts, hindsight. It's not exactly clear how purpose might benefit health. Purposeful individuals may simply lead healthier life, so but also could be just a sense of purpose, protect against the harmful effects of stress. An experiment in Chicago tests this theory. Anthony Burrow, a development psychologist at Cornell University, had college students volunteer of different races and ethnicity rise rapid changes through the diverse neighborhoods of Chicago, recording their emotions as individuals of different racial and ethnic groups.
Thank you very much. And we'll read one more short section. So these two paragraphs, we're going to go back to the beginning with, oh, hey, Aka. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
So we're talking about what your purpose in life is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to share, do you feel like you have a strong purpose in life, or are you not really sure you found your purpose yet?
I don't have purpose, so strong purpose in my life.
All right, yeah, I kind of feel like that too.
Yeah.
It's a tough question. Can you read these two paragraphs for us?
Okay. Earlier research has shown that when people are surrounded by people of different ethnic or racial groups than their own, their level of stress increases. Barrow wanted to know if thinking about their sense of purpose might reduce the stress. He had about half the students write for about 10 minutes about their life's direction. The other half wrote about the last movie they saw. They were all then given packets that listed the name of every stop. When they got to a stop, they were asked how they felt and how much they felt that way by placing an X in a box next to negative emotions such as feeling scared, fearful, alone, or distressed.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's talk a little bit about vocabulary before we go on. And we're going to go back to the first paragraph we read in this section with overarching aim. So we have a metaphor in this paragraph. Hill defines it as providing something like a compass or lighthouse that provides overarching aim and direction to day-to-day lives. Meaning that he's saying purpose is like a compass or a lighthouse. What is a compass?
The equipment should show the direction.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it gives you direction. What about a lighthouse? What is a lighthouse?
Like how in the
Push it.
Mm-hmm. How about Kim? Would you like to give us a description of a lighthouse?
Lighthouse, kind of make ships realize the land or direction by light.
Yeah. They provide light. Excellent. And that all relates to the vocabulary term I wanted to go over, overarching aim. What do you guys think overarching aim is? So how does overarching aim relate to compass or lighthouse? All right, how about arch? In the middle of overarching, we have the word arch. What is an arch? No one?
Arch is a kind of gate, like something.
Yeah, it could be a gate, or it's basically something that curves way up high and then comes down again. So you have something like a rainbow that arches. A rainbow arches because it goes way up high and then comes down. And frequently you'll see an arch at a door. So we have a doorway or a gate that has a circular entrance. So it goes way up high and then curves around and comes down again. So what do you guys think they mean by overarching aim and direction?
Maybe it's a line, it's a direction you have to get your purpose.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a basic line who you must to get to follow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so this line is something that goes over all the other worries and difficulties in life. So maybe, on the day-to-day, you have lots of different little goals, but your overarching aim, your more important line to follow would be a different goal. Like for your whole life, maybe your goal would be something like to help people. So every day you might do some other small little thing, but it all relates to that overarching goal of helping people. Okay. Any other vocabulary questions from the section we just read? Let's talk a little bit about the experiment. It was an experiment with students on a bus. Antonio, do you think you could summarize the experiment, how they did the experiment? Are you there?
I read.
You agree?
No, I do I read?
Oh,
Or
no, can you summarize what experiment they did with students on a bus? Do you remember?
no, sorry.
That's okay, no problem. How about Ilias? Do you remember the experiment they did in the last 2 paragraphs we read about students on a bus?
No.
Ooh, this is a tougher
Which
one than I
paragraph?
thought.
The last one?
In the last 2 paragraphs, we read about an experiment. Do you remember anything about that experiment? How about Kim? Do you remember anything from it?
Yeah, maybe half students of the bus, how can I say, they write about 10 minutes, 10 minutes about their life direction, and another half of the student wrote about the last movie they saw. And maybe it's kind of an emotional test if they they experienced negative and positive. Negative, but probably emotions. I couldn't get the last part of this experiment.
All right, so let's talk about the last part here. You mean like the last paragraph, this one?
I mean, above the paragraph, the when they got to stop, asked how they felt, and X in the box next to negative emotions.
Okay, so in this experiment, the students went on a bus that drove through a very diverse section of Chicago, meaning that there were many different races and nationalities getting on and off the bus. And they've already decided that being in an area where there are many different nationalities can be stressful for one reason or another. Maybe there's lots of people, maybe there's strangers you don't know, that could be a fearful situation. So they put students in a situation they knew would be slightly stressful. And then they asked the students exactly how they felt. So each student had to mark an X if they felt scared or fearful or alone or distressed. And they looked at how the writing affected that. So if you wrote about a movie, you would maybe feel scared and fearful and alone. But if you were writing about your overarching purpose in life, like to help humankind or to provide for your family or something like that, you tended to feel less stressed, less alone, and less fearful. That's what they found.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any other vocabulary questions or questions on anything else before we go on? We only have one little paragraph left. And how about Kim An? Can you read this for us? Kim An, are you there?
Sir, more research is needed, but Bauer says his finding suggests that having a sense of purpose may protect people against stress with all of its harmful effects, including greater risk of heart disease, and that may be explained why people with a sense of purpose live longer.
Thank you very much. All right, and if you guys have any questions on anything we read today, feel free to ask that now while we talk a little bit about one of the statements made earlier in the article. We read a statement that said something like, here it is, some people wander aimlessly through life, but I'm not one of them. And this was part of the test. So I'd like you guys to answer this as well, because I think it's an interesting statement. So I'll put it in the chat box for you guys as well. And I'd like you to tell me how much you agree with this statement. So we'll have a number 1 to 10, and 1 being that you disagree, you don't feel that way, and 10 being that you agree. So personally, I find that I don't really know what my purpose is. I have lots of goals, but I feel like they're scattered. I want to travel, and I also want to be with my family, and I also want to learn and go to school, and I also want lots of different things. But I feel like I don't have any overarching sense of purpose. So I find that I'm like an 8. I really agree. Maybe even a 9. Wait. Oh no, that would be the opposite. So I'm like a 2. Because I wander aimlessly through life. Unfortunately. Or at least I do right now. Maybe one day I will find my purpose. Aka, what do you think? How much do you agree with this statement that you are not one of the people that wanders aimlessly through life?
Yeah, if we'll be happy or lucky if I found the kind of overarching purpose of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So are
maybe
you more
temporary
on
goal.
the 2 side?
As you said, maybe I have some temporary goal, but maybe I don't know my purpose of life actually. Why
We're
we are
still
born.
looking.
So
Yeah.
if we find it, yeah, maybe it will be happy or lucky.
Yeah, definitely. All right, on to how much do you agree or disagree with this statement? Are you like a 10 or are you more like a 2? You're like not really sure yet.
So, because I want to ask you, I understand this sentence on my way like this. Some people wander aimlessly through life, but I am not one of them. Some people they live without purpose, but I am not one of them. Right, teacher? I understand that sentence like that.
Yeah, so this is saying that if you agree with the statement, you're saying, I have a purpose. I agree that I am not aimless. So how much would you agree with that you're not aimless?
I think 5.
5, okay, so you're in the middle.
Yeah. In my life, I think the purpose, actually, I don't know the purpose of my life, but I always hope my life will be happy. And I have a many targets to do. For example, must speak English well, to get more money, to find a good job. But I think that is not only target, goal, it's not the purpose. So the purpose just will be happy.
Yeah, I totally agree. Thanks, Antu.
Mm.
Antonio, how much do you agree with this statement? Do you really have a purpose, like a 10, or are you kind of like me where it's like you're not sure? You might be a 2.
Well, with the statement, like the partner, I would say a 5 or 6.
All right. And why do you think you're a 5 or 6?
Because well, I know a lot of people wander aimless through life, and no, I convertirse. I turn like then I before I had the ideas very clear, but for the situation I have been changing. For that I say 5 or 6 because I'm looking for a new or different ways.
All right, makes sense. Thanks, Antonio. Elias, can you answer the same? How much do you agree with this statement? Are you a 10 or a 2?
As I belong to a different culture and religion, my purpose is different from yours because I'm not against people who work hard, and strive to gain money to travel to reach their goals, but not at the expense of the hereafter. We should strike a balance of the two lives. We should serve and work hard, but not at the expense of neglecting the other life. This my focus.
Okay. Yeah.
This
So,
my
do
focus,
you
life.
really agree then with this statement?
I agree that people should work hard, should do their best to improve their style of life, to improve their standard of life, to travel. It is no harm.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Ilyas. And Kim An, last but not least, how much do you agree with this statement?
I think I agree with this because in my life I have the very clear purpose for my life. So every day, all the work I do, I want to do small step to make my purpose to become true. So I really agree with this.
Excellent. Good to hear. All right, guys, do you have any other questions or comments before we finish up today? Okay. So, Guyen, welcome back.
Yes, my network have problem.
Sorry about that. We're just finishing class, but would you like to tell us how much you agree with the statement in the chat box that some people wander aimlessly through life, but I am not one of them? Do you strongly agree, 10, or not so much, 2? It's a tough question. So if you have a strong purpose in life, you might respond a 9 or an 8. But if you're not sure exactly what the meaning of your life is, maybe you're more on the lower end, like a 3 or a 4. What do you think?
I think the first.
Okay.
Which one is related to the life?
All right, Guyen. Thank you very much for thinking about this with us. And I'm going to stop this class because I have to get to another class. But it was really great to have all you guys. And thanks for coming. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank
Bye.
you very much.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Thank you. Goodbye.